Hi everyone and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So in today's video we have got a Facebook Marketplace haul. It's been a while since we've done a PlayStation Marketplace video. I haven't actually managed to sort of pick anything up from there in quite a while. But today I managed to sort of secure 3 separate listings from Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, I cannot wait to sort of get into them. I think it come to a total of £105 spent across the 3 different sellers. And yeah, let's get into it and see what we managed to get hold of. Okay, so we're going to start the video off with the most expensive listing that I sort of picked up, and it's the most expensive but has the least amount of games in. And it is a Wii U lot. So I have got Zelda Breath of the Wild and Bayonetta 2. It does have a code for sort of Bayonetta 1 in, but I have been told it has been used. So it is just Bayonetta 2. And let me just flip that over. So there we go. We've got the inside cover, which has it has the inside cover for Bayonetta, and then the outside cover is for Bayonetta 2. So I will just leave it on the sequel. And then we've got Zelda Breath of the Wild. So only comes with the cartridge. From what I've seen online, I think these are sort of complete. I don't think they come with sort of manuals or anything like that. If I am wrong, please let me know in the comments down below, and at least I know then to sort of track some of them down. But yeah, so I got 2 Switch games. Both of them together come to £50. I thought that was about alright. I think sort of Zelda on its own on the sort of second-hand market, I've been seeing it for sort of £40 to £50. So I thought, do you know what, I could get that and then get sort of Bayonetta for free. So yeah, let me know, sort of is £50 sort of a good price for both Zelda and Bayonetta on the Switch. Then next up we have a massive PS3 lot. So we have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 PlayStation 3 games, and out of those 12 we have got 1 double. Oh, bits and pieces falling over. Out of those 12 we've got 1 double, and that one is UFC Undisputed 2010. So I think we got this in our first ever Facebook video. So the first ever Facebook Marketplace video we done, we got one which was actually my first game hunt video on the channel as well. So yeah, we've got that one. I'm going to check it against the version that I've got, because obviously it does have sort of a lot of the stickers sort of on the front. So I will sort of have a look to see if it's a better quality copy. Then we get into all of the rest of these are all brand new games to the collection. First one we've got is Unreal Tournament. So it's box complete. I think the discs for all of these are all in sort of really good condition as well. If I remember rightly, I think all of these games, all of the PS3 games are sort of box complete as well. So yeah, we've got Unreal Tournament. I remember sort of playing that sort of back in the day on the PC when it first came out. I think this was released later. Yeah, I think this is 2008. So I remember playing sort of, I think it was the early 2000s, the original Unreal Tournament come out. Then next up, we've got another UFC. We've got UFC Undisputed 3. So once again, box complete. This is one of the games that does come with the online pass, but obviously that has now been sort of phased out. So yeah, won't need to worry about that, but it's good to have the original manual sort of with the passcode in it, because it just proves that it is sort of complete. Then next up, a game from a series that I have never played, and it is Saints Row the Third. So I've never played any of the Saints Row games. In the past I've always looked at them as sort of like a Grand Theft Auto knockoff. I know that they're not. So yeah, I probably will give this a go at some point, but I have got a lot of games that are sort of higher up my list that I sort of really want to play. But it's a nice one to add to the collection, and one of the big reasons why I did get this PlayStation 3 lot is because I don't feel that we've been given enough love to the PlayStation 3 over the last few months, and yeah, wanted to sort of get some games to sort of add to the PS3 bundle. Next up, we've got Joa Lamoa Rugby Challenge. Haven't got a clue. I am not a fan of rugby in any way, shape or form. That will purely be a shelf filler. As I say, I have got zero interest in rugby. It is actually, say that, I think this is the only one that doesn't have a manual. Don't know whether it was meant to have a manual sort of originally anyway. But yeah, I'll be quite honest, that's not one that I'm going to play, and it will literally just sort of fill a slot. Then next up we have a half duplicate, and it is a platinum version of Resistance 2. So I have the black labeled version of Resistance on or Resistance 2, well 1, 2 and 3 on the PS3. But I don't have the Platinum Edition, so I am going to add that in. I do, sort of whenever I come across a variant, I do add it into the shelf if I haven't already got it. So that one, once again, is box complete. Then we've got FIFA 12 and FIFA 13. So I don't have either of these on the PS3 at the moment. I think the only FIFA I've got is FIFA 08 is the only FIFA that I've got on the PS3. So yeah, box complete with their online passes, and yeah, it's FIFA. Do you know what I mean? Well, there's not really a lot else to say. Then we've got two games that technically they are doubles, but they're not. We've got Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Now, Fallout 3 is one of my all-time favourite games. This is the vanilla version. It's not the Game of the Year edition. And I do already have this, but it is right on the shelf right at the end in my Fallout set, because the vanilla version that I've got is actually part of the special edition. The lunchbox special edition. So this one is a variant of that as far as I'm concerned. So this will be going onto the gaming shelf. It is, yeah, we've got the Wasteland Survival Guide there, and the menu and the little insert for the strategy guides. So yeah, that is going to get added into the shelf. And Fallout New Vegas, it's the same thing. So I have got Fallout New Vegas. I have the New Vegas Collector's Edition, but I don't have just the sort of standard vanilla game that I can sort of put into the shelf. So this one is going to go into the shelf as well, and that will mean that I do have all of the blacktop versions of the PlayStation 3 Fallout games. So I've got sort of New Vegas. I don't think there was a blacktop Fallout New Vegas Game of the Year edition, or one that sort of had all of the DLC on. I might be wrong. If there is, I may look to sort of track that down just to sort of finish it off. And then I think that way as well, I will have sort of the whole Fallout set for the PlayStation 3, because obviously my Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas special editions are on the PS3 as well. So next up we've got Fear 3. So I've never played any of the Fear games. They, yeah, I've seen some gameplay for them, but not a massive amount. But yeah, it's one that I'll sort of have a look at. Problem I have is sort of buying, like with this one, where it's fear free, I would like to go back and start it at the beginning. A lot of games, it doesn't matter. It is just sort of how I prefer to play games. But I'll see what happens. If I manage to get hold of the other two, then sort of I will sort of give it a go. And then the final game that we've got is another game that we've already got, but this is a variant, and it is Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is the Legendary Edition. So I believe this has, yeah, it's got all of the DLC included with it. So it's Dawnguard, is it Heathfire and Dragonborn. So yeah, there's that. I haven't had a chance to play sort of the Elder Scrolls, the Skyrim version that I got a little while back, but it is on the list to sort of have a go at. So that is the end of the PS3 lot, and that whole lot I paid £20 for. So really, really chuffed with that. I was able to sort of add some really good titles into the collection. And then we have got one more listing that I picked up, and I'll tell you how much I paid for this one at the end. But it is, I've got to try and lift it carefully, a stack of PS1 games. Absolutely brilliant. So what did I manage to get hold of? So there are 4 disc only games. So we've got Colin McRae Rally, we've got Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, we've got Typhoon The Wrath of the Tiger, and we've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. So some really good games sort of just loose. I will look to sort of try and get hold of cases for them, but normally that ends up sort of, for what I've seen with some of the PlayStation games, ends up being what sort of costing more than what it would be to sort of just buy the game outright. Then all the rest, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 box games. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my notepad out, because I have totaled up what everything was worth. Yes, there we go. Just so I've got it ready to hand at the end of the video. So yes, we've got 18 sort of boxed, and I believe they're all complete PS1 games. So the first one that comes out is Chessmaster 2. I'm not massively sort of jumping with joy with that one. It is box complete. It has a very hefty manual with it. I'm not a massive chess fan, so I am not going to be rushing to sort of play that one. Then we've got 2 versions of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We've got the normal edition, and then we've got the second edition as well. And I think these are box complete. Yep, both of them are complete. So yeah, that is another good sort of find. Then we've got G-Police. So this has obviously been bought used previously. It's got a price sticker on it for $5.99. I think it is essentially sort of a helicopter sort of flying sort of action game. I've seen stuff about it before. I've never played it. Then we've got Land Before Time Racing Adventure. So this is your sort of Mario Kart type game, but with the characters from Land Before Time. And no, they're not in cars, they are just sort of running around. Once again, box complete. G-Police is also box complete as well. We've got Best of Info Games, and this is Action Man Mission Extreme. So once again, box complete. So you've even got the little sort of promotional leaflet in there as well. We've got Ford Truck Mania. So it's going to be a sort of pickup truck site type racing game. Once again, not one that I've played before, and yeah, this one doesn't like opening. The only issue with it is obviously someone has put sellotape around the cover of the manual. It doesn't look like it's been ripped, but it was definitely, it actually looks like it was taped shut at one point. So God knows why you would do that. But I've left it in there like that. I'm not going to try and get the tape off because it will just sort of destroy the manual. Then we've got a platinum game. It is 007 Racing. So once again, box complete and sort of good to go. The only problem with this one is it has got sort of some writing on the manual. Right, the next game we've got is Cool Borders 3. So it's got a big sticker on the front, DualShock compatible. Back in the days when you actually had to sort of, when the PlayStation 1 obviously originally released without DualShock. So we did pick up Cool Borders 2 a couple of weeks ago. So that is a good one to sort of go there. It does come with obviously the Cool Borders 3 game. We've got the manual, but it also comes with the Winter 98 demo disc as well. So that is an interesting one. Can't see anything on it to say what the sort of, I'm not sure whether that was a sort of a demo disc that was released at the time or whether it was released for an actual game. It's not a game title that I recognise. Then next up we've got another Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. This one is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Junior Edition. So once again, box complete. The front cover's a bit sort of screwed up, but that's not massive. It is still in sort of good condition. Then we've got Formula 1. So I am a massive F1 fan. I love playing the sort of the modern games. Say that though, this one doesn't look too bad, so hopefully you can see it just there. But I will try and sort of put some footage up for sort of all of these as I normally do. But yeah, the F1 game, sort of one that I'm looking forward to playing. We've got Sports Superbikes. So once again, not a game that I've played, not really into sort of bike racing. It looks like this has had a new front cover put on it because it's got a WCW hologram sticker on the front. But it is got the manual on it, so it is just a case of sort of swapping out the cover. It has got a big crack through it as well, so I will at some point look to get hold of a load of empty PlayStation cases so I can get a lot of these sort of swapped out. Then next up we've got V2000, and if I remember rightly, I think this is the most valuable game out of this whole lot. Yes, so what I had to do with the PlayStation 1 games, most of them didn't come up on CEX, so I had to sort of have a look at the sold prices on eBay. And I think this one was £8, so it was the highest valued game out of the whole lot. But yeah, box complete, so really good, really chuffed about that. Then we've got Truck Racing. So this one needs a really good clean. You'll see from the spine of the case there, it's absolutely filthy. So it does need a really good clean. The case itself has got sort of damage and is not in the best of conditions, but it is box complete. The disc itself is in good condition. It's just, once again, the case needs a bit of looking after. Next up we've got Rapid Racer. So it's a speedboat sort of racing game. yeah, it looks very much on the same same sort of look as Wave Racer on the N64. Next up, we've got one that won't need too much explaining, and that is Driver. So one of the big releases that sort of that come out on the original PlayStation 1. I remember playing it sort of on a friend's PS1, sort of when it released. It has got one of the worst, and I do mean worst, tutorial levels. It is brutal. But once you can get through that tutorial level, it does then open up and sort of become a bit more sort of free roaming. Next up, we have got our second to last one, and this is Gerbil. So it looks like sort of, oh, look for yourself. I have never heard of this one before. I never played it. So it looks like sort of essentially a top-down sort of maze game, sort of, so to speak. You take control, stay clear of many different enemies as you struggle to clear each level. Yeah, I can't really explain this one because I don't know too much about it. But yeah, we've got that one. And then the last one for the PlayStation 1 lot is M&M's Shell Shocker. So this looks like sort of a sort of 3D sort of platform game. It says there in massive letters across the front, official licensed product. I've never seen anyone play this. I've not seen any gameplay for myself. But yeah, run, jump, fly, surf and drive through 28 crazy 3D levels of chocolate mischief. That is the ultimate sales line. So that is going to be the last of the PlayStation games. So we have the three separate lots that I picked up. The first lot was obviously the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch games. So I paid £50 for both of them, and I was able to find both of them obviously on CEX, and I come in at £73. So really good, £23 saving on sort of both of them. So really chuffed with that. Then next up we had the PS3 lot, which we paid £20 for, and if we're looking at sort of prices on CEX, if we'd bought each of the games individually, they would have been £31.25. So we have an £11.25 saving there. And then finally we've got the PS1 lot. So I haven't actually said what I've paid for these yet, and I got, well, actually let me tell you sort of what they were valued at. So as I say, I could not find majority of these games listed on CEX, so I had to go with the eBay pricing for these. So there's a lot of sort of variation in the pricing for each game on that. And I paid, if I'd got them all off eBay, excluding shipping, I didn't include shipping on these, I just literally sort of the base price for what they sold for, and I tended to sort of lean more towards the lower end of the scale. I would have paid £48.23. So yeah, not too bad there. But I actually paid £35 for all of the box games and the 4 disc only games. So yeah, really chuffed with that. So what's that? That is a £13.23 saving. So really chuffed with that. So all of the listings that I got from Facebook Marketplace this week all ended up being sort of a lot cheaper than if I'd bought them elsewhere. So that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me sort of build the channel. So the more likes I can get, the better YouTube will sort of, or the more likely YouTube is to sort of promote the video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed this Facebook Marketplace haul. And until next time, I will see you later. All right, bye.